here we are for the Ramp Racing Season 12 Championship race. This is where we determine who comes home with the championship. We have 5 drivers who are trying to win this. The first one is M&M NASCAR Cup Series, who's easily been the most consistent driver despite only having 1 win. He's finished in the top 10 in most of the races, has a massive points gap, so we doubled the points. He is easily your favorite to win. Debuted last season. We'll see more from him in this championship race and throughout the rest of the races that happened earlier in the season. Second overall is Amtori. Well, this guy had a rough start to his season, but then he really came back fast. Not only did he win the All-Star race, he won 3 of the last 4 races. That's quite impressive. He's using this throwback scheme, so we'll see how he does in this championship race. Another driver who debuted last season. Strong second season for Amtori. We will see if he can get that championship. Phantom Trap is 3rd overall. His number 31's been very fast. One of the fastest cars all season, especially with a strong start to the season. The defending champ could go 2 in a row. Although the last couple races haven't been that eventful for Phantom Trap, he remains in the championship only 4 points behind Amtori. If M&M NASCAR Cup Series messes up, one of those 2 could potentially take away the championship pretty easily. King Solomon Racing Network is 4th overall. He's been in this number 33 car, been out of control in a lot of races, but almost always makes it to the second round or gets rather close. He just barely missed the championship last time, stays in it this time, as he finished just outside the top 20 in the previous race, so we will see how this 33 car does if he can get the championship. And 5th overall is Nick Salmon. If any of these guys is a long shot, it is clearly him. This 13 car started out the season very slow. We never thought he'd get here. But around race 4 or 5, he really started showing off the great performances. He made the finals several times consistent. He's a massive long shot. The only way he is winning the championship is if M&M NASCAR Cup Series gets last place. So, with the doubled points, we'll see if he can get it, and we'll see how the rest of them do. And then there's these 10 drivers. Although none of them have any opportunity of the championship anymore, they all had great seasons, which we will talk about, and all of them, there's high chances, as long as they perform well today, they will be reserved into next season, or at least 5 of them will. So, let's get to them. Starting off, Shahir Diand, he's had a great season, 2 wins in the middle of the season, but was incredibly misfortunate last time. If he finished any higher than 33rd, he would be among those championship contenders. Then you've got NV Racing, who had a rough start to the season, but had multiple top 10s, maybe even a few top 5s. JB, the PA Motorsports fan, has always been around 8, somewhere between 8th and 15th this season. He's often able to bounce back from poor performances and did much better than last season overall. Then you've got Main Event Mickey, who was incredibly consistent but had a low point last in the middle of the season, but advanced twice, including a stage win, which will keep him in the championship. Najey's Amazing Cars and NASCARs had a solid season with a couple top 10 finishes. Then you've got HRT35. He hasn't advanced that many times, but he finished 2nd last time, which was very impressive. Put him closer to the championship or closer to the top 10. Then you've got Monkey 20 Man 10. He looked like a championship threat at the very beginning of the season. But I think he DNF'd twice. You've also got the 42 car of Riley Herbst 35 fan. Riley Herbst 35 fan, he's had a decent season. He had a couple good performances, too. I think he's advanced a couple times. He's been pretty fast. Then you have the 11 of Andy. Andy, I think, only advanced once. But that one advancement put him in the top 10 for a couple races, which he only fell out of rather recently. And NASCAR Racers, who was also in the top 10 for most of the season, had a dominant win in race 4. But unfortunately, he's fallen off. He DNF'd in the previous race, also had a rough start to the season in the first 3 races, so that put him out of the championship too. Had he performed well last time, he would be among those championship contenders. So alright, we'll get the starting lineup up next. Also, this is the starting lineup. Also, this race has doubled points. So these 5 championship contenders better be on their best performances or else they might fall in the standings. Okay, here we are at the track. Let's see who gets the championship. In the championship race, season 12 finally concludes today. In the first group, this one has 2 championship contenders. In this group, you've got 2 teammates. The 36 of Najee's Amazing Cars and NASCAR Diecast 73. The 34 of Rene Hernandez. They're going up against 2 drivers who have a shot of winning the championship. The 31 Phantom Trap and the 33 of King Solomon Racing Network. Let's see who will advance here. And Phantom Trap challenged. He will not disappoint, but what is disappointing is that his championship hopes are slim. King Solomon led pretty much all the way down and advanced. Up next, the number 17 of Kevin Harvick Fan 29. The 13 of Nick Salmon. His championship hopes are slim, but he's gonna probably be the Rookie of the Year as long as he does well today. The number 78 of Jimmy the Juggernaut, and the 84, that is Rex Revler Fan 80. Let's see who will advance this time. Rex Revler Fan 80s! This saves, he's trying to save his season, but it's way too late. He has no hope of even a top 10 overall points finish. He gets ahead of the 78 car and even the 13 of Nick Salmon, who's left one of his worst finishes in the second half of the season. And Kevin Harvick Fan 29 with the DNF. He's not going to have the greatest of points finishes. But unbelievable, Rex Revler Fan 80 from the bottom of the standings advances. In the next group, we've got the 9 car of Christian A. Valentin, the 45 of CJ Channel, the 12 of Pat is not here, and the 19 of NV Racing. Here we go, let's see the next group. NV Racing leads, Pat is not here, and we pretty much saw that coming. NV Racing's had the best season out of those 3 drivers. He led all the way down, but Pat is not here did decently too. CJ Channel DNFs to end out his season. NV Racing, great performance. We'll see if he can get the stage win. Next group, we've got the 5 car, that is Racing 72. The number 2 car of NASCAR for Life, number 4 of JB the PA Motorsports Fan 05, and the 38 of Matt Ashley. Let's see who gets this one. And JB the PA Motorsports Fan looked to be in contention up until he rubbed fenders with Racing 72, sent him around, slowed him down, and let Matt Ashley right past. Next up, the least competitive group of the day. We've got the number 15 of Kirby Tanks Gaming Productions 39, the 48 car of Johnson Fan 48, the 22 of HSL Diecast, and number 3 of Rowdy. Let's see who advances here. Rowdy out of control, so Johnson Fan 48 gets it. We'll see where he finishes. Might be a top 10 overall if he's lucky enough. Next, the number 67 of Nuke the Road Racer, the 99 of NASCAR Racers, who fell out of the championship by getting his first DNF since season 6. The 51 of I'm a 24 Byron fan, and the 50 of Shakir Dien, who also got knocked out of the championship last race. Here we go. Shakir Dien advances. I'm a 24 Byron fan comes charging in late. Good finish for him, and looks like it's not a good finish for the 67 car. Up next, the 47 car of Bryce Lamb, the number 8 of Racing 13, number 42 of Riley Herbst 35 fan, and the number 41 of Racer Mike 99 the second. And it's gonna be Riley Herbst 35 fan, another rather predictable result. The other three haven't really been that good this season, but Riley Herbst 35 fan sure has. Racer Knight is bringing up the rear. Next, we got the 21 of Envy Shipper from Texas, 16/8. The 91 of Keith Road Tesla, the Mega Man, 19. The number 1 of HRT 35, and the 54 of NASCAR Dude. Keith Road Tesla takes it as NV runs into some problems and slows down to a near stop. Keith Road Tesla challenges for the stage win but won't get the stage win. NASCAR Dude is slowed down by the 21 car in his way. And HRT 35, coming off of his second place finish last race, gets a DNF, so he won't be in the top 10 overall. Next is the 7 of our Alamo, the 43 of Blue Ninja Productions and Conrad Camber Fan 700, the number 10 of Monkey 20 Man 10, and the 62 car of Alex the Go. Let's see who gets it. Our Alamo has no lead, but look at Monkey 20 Man 10. That's an impressive performance. If he beat out the 43, that's a stage win. We'll have to check the footage because Blue Ninja Productions, a driver who's been at the bottom of the point standings just like Rex Reverfan, he was moving in that race. He could have advanced. But not Alex the Goat, who's probably last overall. Probably best finish for the 43. Now, we haven't had any championship contenders in a while, but these last two groups have them. In this one, you've got the 16 of M&M NASCAR Cup Series, the dominant driver of the season. The 20 of Reddick Biffle, the number 6 of Main Event Mickey, and the 14 of Matthew White. Whoa! That's close! And I'm not sure if that 16 car had it, but either way, he's still gonna come home with a respectable top 20. And we'll see whether that is championship worthy. But Matthew White surely isn't. That's a disappointing DNF went out his season after an advancement in the previous race. Final race of round 1. The 23 car of Bubba Wallace fan 23, the 77 of Philip, the 11 of Andy, and the 24 car, that is Amtori. Amtori's also a championship contender. Let's see if he takes advantage. He will not. With a big crash, Andy flips upside down and rolls back on his tires. He advances with what probably is the slowest performance out of any advancing car due to the crash. But also, we had another flip. It was Bubba Wallace fan ending out the season with a DNF. And Amtori has thrown out his championship hopes, got up behind them and last place. Stage 1 is over. We'll move on to stage 2 up next. Here we are for stage 2. Monkey 20, Man 10. He wins the stage. He beat the 43 car. He actually dominated. That was the fastest I've seen that car go all season. That 10 car was quick. Might be his best opportunity of a win this season before it's over, and his last one of the season. Then you've got Envy Racing in the number 19 car, keeping a top 10 overall points finish. Had stage win potential. Same with Keith Road Testa, the Mega Man. You've also got the 42 of Riley Herbst 35 fan who did not have tough competition and was able to advance. Matt Ashley, who took advantage over Racing 72 and JB the PA Motorsports fans' faults. He advanced. Then you've also got King Solomon Racing Network, one of two championship contenders left. But I think his championship hopes are little to none. Then you've got the 50 car of Shahir Diend. Shahir got knocked out the championship last race. He wants the top 5 points finish back. He can take advantage. Then you've got Johnson Fan 48 advancing again. M&M NASCAR Cup Series in the 16 car. I was not sure if he advanced. Looked like Reddick Biffle was out front. But then I looked at the footage. Reddick Biffle passed him after the finish line, which has massive championship implications. I think this championship might be his. The most unexpected advancer was Rex Revler fan 80, who's been stuck at the bottom of the point standings, and Andy, who flipped over and then back onto his wheels, was the slowest advancer. He's got a fast car, so let's see how he challenges Monkey 20 Man 10 in round 2. Alright, so it's time for stage 2. Up first, the 10 car, this dominant stage winner, Monkey 20 Man 10, up against the 11 car of Andy. They are side by side. Andy challenges. Monkey 20 Man 10 still takes it, advances to the finals, while Andy comes home with a great finish too. Up next, it is gonna be the 19 car of Envy Racing, the 38 car of Matt Ashley, and the 48 of Johnson Fan 48. And Envy Racing hits the wall and Johnson Fan 48 advances to the finals. Not his first time in the finals this season. He had a win earlier in the season. Next race, we got the 91 car of Keith Road Tesla, the Mega Man, the 33 of King Solomon Racing Network, and the 16 of M&M NASCAR Cup Series. Two championship contenders will race each other here. And Keith Road Tesla gets put hard into the wall, and King Solomon also loses control. Which means M&M NASCAR Cup Series locks up the championship, making the finals with that move right there. Final race of round 2. The 42 of Riley Herbst 35 fan, number 50 of Shahir Diaz, and the 84 of Rex Revler fan 8. That's close. Riley Herbst 35 fan was fast off the line. Shahir Diaz started catching up. We're gonna have to look at the footage. Rex Revler fan 80 didn't have a chance for anything except his first top 10 of the season. Monkey 20 Man 10 has won another stage. We move on to the finals up next. It's time for the finals. And we've got the number 10 car of Monkey 20 Man 10, the 48 car of Johnson Fan 48, the 42 of Riley Herbst 35 fan. Yes, we looked at the footage. It was nearly dead even. And I think that 42 got out in front. He kept his lead. And the 16 of M&M NASCAR Cup Series. Who will win the championship race? Here we go. And it's gonna be M&M NASCAR Cup Series. Who gets the maximum amount of points in the final race? He's gonna end the season with over 400 points. He started with a win, and he ends off with another win. We had a feeling he could be the first champion of ramp racing to end the season, would win the championship with only a single win. Now he comes out and gets a second one, ends off the season with a win. It starts where it began for that number 16 of M&M NASCAR Cup Series, the champion of the season. We will move on to the podium where we will talk about your top 4 overall. And these are the results of the championship race. 4th overall is Shahir Diend. Although he was counted out of the championship after race 9, we shouldn't have counted him out of at least beating a couple of the championship contenders, as Nick Salmon and Amtori didn't bring great performances this race. Amtori's all the way down in 10th overall for finishing last, despite being second coming into this race. That's how bad a last place finish in a double point championship race can hurt. Shahir finishes 4th, although he was not in the championship after 4 seasons of having been in the championship. He's still 4th overall. 3rd, King Solomon Racing Network. He had a great season. He doubted early on, but brought several great performances. Another top 10 this race brought him up here. 2nd overall is Phantom Trap. Yep. The previous season champion comes up as the runner-up this time. Great run from him. No wins, but solid season all around, just like what happened with King Solomon in the 33. A decent championship defense, but he didn't even come close, as the champion by a massive margin is M&M NASCAR Cup Series. We knew it. He was already at a massive points lead, and winning this race guaranteed him the championship. Even a top 10 would pretty much guarantee him the championship. And your Rookie of the Year is Nick Salmon. He got moved down to 12th overall, but that still allowed him to hold on to Rookie of the Year. The next best rookie was all the way down in 20th, so 12th overall is pretty decent for a first season. Congratulations to M&M NASCAR Cup Series for being the new champion of ramp racing. That concludes season number 12.